What's up, guys? It's me, basically Benski, and yes, today we are talking about the Snapmaker U1. And just like the title suggests, we have over 1,400 hours on these machines. Now, that's not on just one machine. To be honest, sorry if it was a little clickbaity. Each one of these machines is hovering right around 500 hours. But altogether, at the time that I was calculating this, which was about 4 days ago, we were right around 1,400 hours in total. These machines were delivered to me on December 26th. I have 3 of them. And yeah, let's just talk about it. So anyone who's into the 3D printing world, and especially the multicolor 3D printing world, let's just jump right into the thing that everyone's wondering, which is waste. And so hopefully I'm cutting in some really cool things. I'm still learning how to edit videos, but this is exactly what the waste buckets on the Snapmakers look like currently. As I'm filming this, like I said, this was about 3 or 4 days after I did the calculation of them having about 470 hours apiece. This is all of the waste that has been produced from these U1 machines. They have been going constantly. Again, I've got these December 26th. At the time of filming this, it is February 10th. And they have been basically going nonstop. And to me, this is crazy. Now, yes, full transparency, this is not including some of the failures that I did have, and this is not including support waste. We're just talking about purge poop waste or whatever we want to call it. That's it. Everything you guys just saw was all that's in there. In fact, you know, I'll show you right now just to show you again what this bucket looks like, because this is insane to me. Now, guys, I just want to be really vulnerable for a little bit. If you guys saw my last video, you saw that I was laid off in December. So please, if you've made it this far in the video, please give me a like and a follow. I want to keep being able to do this, and I want to accomplish my dream of being a content creator full time. And drop down below what kind of stuff you want to see from me. What's the, well, there's so many 3D printers out here. Like, we're all doing stuff, but what do you guys want to see? What is the thing that you want? Anyways, let's get back into the video. We have it making some multicolored dragons right now, and there it is. I mean, that's it. That's all the poop waste back there. Let me get a little better shot of it a little closer. I mean, look at that. That is it. That is all the waste that we've used in all of the time that I have been printing on this machine. And that is just genuinely one of the most impressive things about this machine. Not only is the lack of waste absolutely just mind-blowing, but also it is just as fast as all my other printers. It keeps up with them. It does everything super well. But one of the other really unique things about Snapmaker that I don't find as much, and I'm not saying it's not out there, I want to be clear about this before people start blowing up the comments, I just don't see it as much, is the absolute drive that the community has to make these things better and to improve these. I mean, it was, I think, just a few days after people started getting their U1s that the mods for the enclosure started coming out, and it's absolutely crazy. And if you're lucky enough to go over to their Discord page, there are so many different amazing things that people are doing. I mean, even things like making a modification so that you can have the monitor screen here on like a tilt. I'm not brave enough to do that because you have to like punch out the screen. I'm not going to do that, but it's cool that people are doing it. And when we're talking about quality, I mean, this is absolutely amazing. This little Spider-Man Dragon by Stephen Wolf Studios. Yes, there's some stringing on his tail. There we go. We can focus right there. But like, whatever. Everything has stringing. Well, mostly everything. There are some people who don't. But whatever, right? This still looks good. It printed quickly, and it also didn't have the waste. I mean, normally, you guys can see, this would be doing a layer change or a color change every single layer. Now, let's talk about the money factor, because that's kind of a huge deal when it comes to this, because as you guys know, especially if you've been following me a long time, I have been making money with 3D printing for the better part of 1.5 years now. I sell things at markets, I sell things at shows, and it has been doing really well for me. As you guys know, if you've been following me long enough, I don't like to gatekeep anything. I want to give you guys as much advice as possible so that you can take that and make your own money with 3D printing. And one of my best sellers has consistently been this Dueling Dragon Dice Tower by KE Creations. Now, normally I would just pick a really cool filament, and for example, this one is a tricolor silk filament. You can see how gorgeous it looks, and I sell these for like $20 to $25, and people love them. They buy them, and it's really cool, but I've always wanted to do it in a multicolor thing. I don't have enough time in the day to paint everything. I do a lot of painting with cosplay and some other things I'll show you later, but something like this, I don't have time to paint this, and so thinking about doing a multicolor was cool, but I put this in my slicer, and multicolor printing this on either the Bamboo H2S or the Crowley K2 Plus, just one of them was going to take 3 days, which is crazy. And it just didn't seem like a good idea, especially because the purge was going to be almost as much as the amount of filament that it takes to make one of these. But then in comes the Snapmaker U1, and I can print 3 of them in a 3-color multicolor like this in just 1 day. I was able to go ahead and do this, and it's actually 4 colors. I just remember the teeth are white. So we have the white teeth, we have the main body purple, we have this silk gold, and then these green spikes. And now I realize that I can make these and I can sell these. Now what's crazy is I'm the kind of person that likes to pass on my savings to customers. Here's the insane part. This print and this print costs the same to make. How is that possible? Because since the U1 is able to do this without any waste, it's not using any more material. It is using the same amount of material from this print to this print. Now, what did I do? Because I knew that little factor in my head. Instead of having this only at an 8% infill with adaptive cubic, I went up to 12% adaptive cubic, so it actually has a little bit more weight to it. So very technically, yes, this does cost a little bit more to make, but it's not eating into my profits that much, and I don't want to rip people off, so we're still going to keep this at that $25 mark. But if you were to see both of these on the shelf for $25, which one are you going to buy? And that's what the magic of the U1 can bring, especially to people who are trying to make money with 3D printing, is now you don't have to worry about sacrificing material or time in order to bring great quality multicolor prints to your customers. Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know this bad boy, the Gengar Mempo mask by Nico Industries. This got over 600,000 views on Instagram, and I sold over 30 of them within 2 weeks. Now, what's great is I offer 2 versions of these. I offer just the printed version, which is just the multicolor print, which looks great, comes off the printer like this. Few support removals, bing, bang, boom, we're done. $50 on Etsy. Or we have the printed and painted version where I'm able to add some airbrushing, some paint in there, and now we go from $50 to $100 with the painting aspect of it. But here's what's great. They cost the same. And yes, I'm letting you guys know the secrets, but this is how you make money with 3D printing. And that's why in 2026, as of right now, right, because it's February, it's early, my #1 recommendation, if you're trying to get into 3D printing to make money for your business, is going to be the Snapmaker U1. Now I can hear it in the comments already. Look, Benski, I don't care about making money. I just want to make my little ghostly fidgets, guys, my little guys. Cool, great. You could do it on there, save money, same time, save filament. Still get this printer. It's really a no-brainer. Now, just for reference, this is printed in one shot on the Snapmaker U1. You can still do most full-size projects. It is still only a 270 by 270 cubed print bed, so it's not giant, but you can still get away with a lot of projects. In fact, my buddy Joel Telling was able to fit 2 of these on one of those printers, which is absolutely insane. He's a risk taker that, well, I'm just not brave enough yet. So I know this is a little bit quicker video, and I promise we'll get more and more into the depth of the Snapmaker. There have been some quirky things happening here and there, like making sure that the prongs are cleaned up properly. I had a couple failures, but that was really mostly a bed adhesion issue, which thank you to SliceWorks, they're sending me some build plates, so we're gonna have a video about that also. But yeah, honestly, I'm having a hard time not replacing all of my printers in the shop with Snapmaker U1s. I think the biggest thing that's going to hold me back is that I do create a lot of bigger projects that are going to require a bigger bed plate, and that's okay. But I can go from having 9 K2 pluses to just 3. I can have the H2S just sit there. That's a video for another time. And I still have the Ender 5 Max and the Neptune 4 Max, so realistically, like, I think this printer's perfect. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Tell me what you're thinking. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. And if you're not following, please give me a follow. We're almost at 1,300 followers, which is absolutely awesome. I really want to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. So let's keep making that happen. Let's just keep chugging along. And yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm basically Benski, and mistakes make magic, baby.